Hello everyone, this is Dr. Slater. You can be in one of two places to follow along with me. Either you can be on page 915 in lesson 8.9 in our book, or you can be on the website that I mentioned on the Google form. In either case, we're talking about these kittens. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kittens with 5 crates. The manager of the shelter wants the kittens distributed equally. That's very important, distributed equally among the crates. How might that be done? How many kittens will end up in each crate? To do that, what we want to do is we want to move the kittens around. So I want to take maybe a kitten from a crate that's really crowded and move it to one that's less crowded. And maybe I can move a kitten over here and I can move a kitten over here. And notice that when I've done that, I have distributed them evenly. So for example, if I want to answer the second question up there, how many kittens will end up in each crate? The answer is 2 kittens. So a couple things that were important here. We started with a lot of different numbers and we evened things out. We distributed equally until we got the same number in each crate. The number of kittens in each crate after they are equally distributed is called the mean. That's the concept that we're talking about today, the mean. It's also called the average. You might notice some of the language that we've used for rates before that talk about division. So we're talking about the mean number of kittens per crate or the average number of kittens per crate. So explain how the expression 10 divided by 5 is related to the average or the mean. Well, we had 10 kittens. We divided them up into 5 crates and we got the mean. So if you notice, what we did here is we had the cats. Excuse me, let's be careful. Those are kittens, aren't they? The kittens divided by the crates. And that gave us the mean. Let's look at another problem here. Another room in the shelter has 6 crates. No 2 crates has the same number of kittens, and there is an average of 3 kittens per crate. Draw or describe at least 2 different arrangements of kittens that match this description. Okay, so to make this happen, first off, I need to change the number of crates. So let's make that 6 crates. And then what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to start off with the fact that I know that there are supposed to be an average of 3 kittens per crates. So I need to get some more kittens and pull them into the crates. So let's see. So what I want to see is 3 kittens in each crate. Now if I start like this, I have one part of what I'm looking for, an average of 3 kittens per crates, but I don't have no 2 crates has the same number of kittens. So what I have to do now is rearrange the kittens so that no 2 crates have the same amount. I think what I'll do is I will get rid of this text so we can see the kittens. And let me move around these kittens. I'm trying to make sure that nothing has the same. So let me see. So right now, for example, I've got 2 crates with 2 in them. So I've got to somehow make that different. This is kind of difficult because, of course, what I could do is I could just move 1 kitten over here, but then I've got 2 crates with 3 kittens and 2 crates with 1 kitten. Let me see. I bet I could move something here. And I could move this cat right up there. Nope, that's not a good choice. Because I've got to get, well, we'll do it. Now I've got 2 2s. Now I've got 2 3s. There we go. So if you notice, I've succeeded, and what I have are 3 in this crate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that one. 1 there, 0 there, 5 there, and 2 there. So I have an average of 3, and no two crates have the same amount. I'm going to let you work on a different arrangement down below, but what I'm going to do right now is move away from this web page and turn the page to page 916. All right, so here we are on page 916. 5 workers were scheduled to work the number of hours shown on the table down here. They decided to share the workload so each one would work equal hours. There's that emphasis again on making things equal. So what I've done is I've kind of graphed here already the hours that they worked. Please notice this is not a histogram. This is a bar chart. We don't have numbers down here. A has worked 3, B has worked 6, C has worked 11, D has worked 7, and E has worked 4. Well, somehow what we want to do here is we want to distribute these hours so that everybody works the same. And it's clear we want to start with C here. So let me see if I can, let's see, scratch out that hour right there and give it to A. And scratch out another one and give it to A. And now we got to scratch out another one and give that to B. And scratch out another one and give that to A. Oh, and scratch out another one and give that to E. And you can notice now that the way we've done this, almost everybody has the same number of hours. And we have 1 extra hour here. So everybody has 6 hours. And then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take that 1 hour and divide it among the 5 people. So it looks like what we're going to have is that everybody's going to be working 6 hours plus, that's 1 hour, 1/5 of an hour. So everybody's going to be working 6 1/5 hour. The 6 comes from the fact that everybody here, when I move those boxes around, ended up at height 6. There was 1 hour left over that we divided among 5 people. Now, we'd like to be able to do this without doing all of this box moving. So what's important here is that what we could have done is taken all the hours that we had here and add them up. So 3 plus 6 plus 11 plus 7 plus 4. If we add up all those hours, we get 31. And if we divide that among the 5 people, what we get is 31 divided by 5 equals, well, 5 goes into 36 times, and we have a remainder of 1. That is 6 1/5. Or if you'd like to treat that as a decimal, that is 6 2/10. So it's really important here. What's happening is that we are taking all the hours worked and dividing it by the number of servers so that everybody gets the same. And again, this is the mean, this is the mean, this is the mean. They're also all called averages. So moving boxes around or moving kittens around is a good idea, but on the work that you're going to be doing after this on the Google form, I really would like you to think about what we're doing here. We're adding up all the hours and dividing by the number of servers. We're adding up all the numbers and dividing by the number of numbers we have.